The public image you think you know is only part of a much longer, quieter story. Behind the familiar face seen on global stages is a life shaped by classrooms, loss, persistence, and a steady commitment to work that rarely seeks attention. This documentary explores the full journey of Jill Biden, from early beginnings to national visibility, and explains why her name has once again become a central topic of public discussion. This film examines the background, education, career path, achievements, challenges, and present-day relevance of Jill Biden. It looks beyond titles and appearances to understand how a private professional life gradually intersected with public power, and why that intersection matters right now. Jill Biden was born into a working and middle-class environment that valued stability, responsibility, and education. Early family life emphasized discipline and perseverance rather than privilege. From a young age, there was an expectation to contribute, to study seriously, and to pursue practical goals. These early influences shaped a personality focused on long-term effort rather than quick recognition. Childhood years were marked by frequent moves and adaptation, experiences that quietly built resilience and social awareness. Education played a central role from the beginning. As a student, Jill Biden showed a strong interest in communication, literature, and human development. Rather than being drawn to entertainment or business, the focus remained on learning and teaching. This path led to formal studies that emphasized both academic depth and real-world application. Advanced degrees were pursued over time, reflecting a belief that education is not a phase of life, but a lifelong process. This commitment later became a defining feature of public identity. The professional career began far from national attention. Jill Biden worked directly in educational environments, including community colleges and institutions that serve diverse and often underrepresented students. These roles were not symbolic. They involved daily interaction, curriculum planning, mentoring, and navigating the structural challenges of education systems. The work required patience and consistency, and it established credibility long before public recognition arrived. Visibility increased gradually, not because of career ambition in politics, but because of proximity to it. As a partner to a rising political figure, Jill Biden entered spaces where personal and professional boundaries became harder to separate. Despite this, teaching work continued whenever possible. Maintaining a professional identity independent of political status became a repeated theme, reinforcing an image grounded in service rather than ceremony. Major contributions emerged in advocacy rather than legislation. Jill Biden became closely associated with issues related to education access, military families, healthcare awareness, and community colleges. These efforts were often collaborative, involving existing organizations rather than personal initiatives. The approach emphasized continuity and support instead of disruption, appealing to institutions while also drawing criticism from those who expected more visible reform. The public journey was not without difficulty. Personal loss, family health challenges, and intense media scrutiny created periods of strain. Critics questioned role boundaries, political neutrality, and public messaging. Others debated the appropriateness of maintaining a professional career while holding a high-profile public position. These discussions highlighted broader societal tensions about gender, labor, and expectations placed on public spouses. The reason Jill Biden is trending right now is directly connected to a renewed cycle of political attention and media focus. As national conversations intensify around leadership, age, transparency, and representation, figures close to power are being re-examined. Recent public appearances, interviews, and media coverage have placed Jill Biden at the center of discussions about influence behind the scenes. This trend began as commentators and analysts revisited past statements, professional roles, and public behavior, looking for signals about stability, continuity, and decision-making dynamics. What makes this moment different is timing. In earlier years, public interest focused mainly on symbolic roles and advocacy themes. Now, the attention is more analytical and investigative. Media outlets are examining how informal influence operates, how public reassurance is communicated, and how personal presence can shape perception during uncertain periods. Social media has amplified these discussions, turning routine appearances into debated moments and fueling speculation that did not exist before. This trend matters because it reflects a shift in how audiences understand power. Jill Biden is not trending due to a single controversy or event, but because of accumulated relevance. The public is asking broader questions about partnership, responsibility, and visibility in modern leadership structures. This renewed focus places past career choices and public conduct into a larger narrative, reframing them as indicators rather than background details. Public reaction has been divided but intense. Supporters point to consistency, professionalism, and long-term commitment to education and social causes. Critics express concern about transparency and role definition. Media coverage remains extensive, often balancing personal history with present implications. The attention has elevated Jill Biden from a supportive figure to a subject of direct analysis. At present, Jill Biden remains active, visible, and closely observed. Future possibilities largely depend on political developments, public sentiment, and media framing. Regardless of outcomes, the long-term impact is already established. The legacy centers on redefining how professional identity, education, and public partnership can coexist within powerful institutions. The story of Jill Biden is not one of sudden transformation, but of gradual accumulation. Each phase built quietly on the last, leading to a moment where past choices are being reassessed under brighter light. Understanding this journey offers insight not only into one individual, but into how modern public roles are evolving. If you found this documentary valuable and want deeper, factual storytelling on influential figures and moments, subscribe to the channel and stay with us for the next story.